Hello everybody, today we are going to study the chapter Natural Resources and its Management. Natural Resources and Management. So before dealing with the chapter, we should know the meaning of natural resources and why there is a need of a management of the natural resources. So, natural resources are the variety of substances that man gets from earth and nature to meet his basic needs. So, natural resources are substances, variety of substances that man gets from earth and nature to meet his basic needs. So, variety of substances that man gets from earth and nature to meet his basic needs are known as natural resources. So here is the definition of natural resources, that what actually natural resources are. So the natural resources indicate the potential wealth of a country. Natural resources indicates the potential wealth of a country. So if a country is having enough amount of natural resources, it would be a wealthy country. So now why there is a need of management? I have used the term management here. So all the things which we are using are obtained from resources on earth. Due to increasing population, the demand for natural resources is increasing. So there is arising a management. If we do not manage the natural resources properly, then would be facing a very dangerous problem of lacking of the resources. So why there is a need of management? Why we need to manage natural resources? So as I already told, due to increasing population, the demand for natural resources is increasing day by day. Because of increasing population, the demand of natural resources is also increasing. This is the answer. So we need to manage these. Otherwise, soon they would get finished. So now the natural resources, we have already studied that what are natural resources and why there is need of management of natural resources. Now coming to the types of natural resources. So the natural resources can be living and non-living. Some are abundant and some are limited. So natural resources can be living and non-living. For example, in living we all know that plants are the living natural resources, and non-living, in non-living we could say that solar energy. Okay, non-living natural resources. Some are abundant and some are limited. Abundant natural resources can be abundant means there is a very large amount of pool of these natural resources, abundant type of natural resources, but some can be limited. Limited example of abundant can be solar energy, and limited we could say that the fossil fuels are limited in amount. So the natural resources can be living and non-living, and they could be abundant and limited. So now we are going to classify the natural resources on the basis of their availability. So on the basis of availability, we are going to, on the basis of availability, the natural resources can be of two types: inexhaustible, inexhaustible and exhaustible. On the basis of availability, the natural resources are of two types: inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Now, what are inexhaustible? The inexhaustible are those natural resources that are present in unlimited quantity. So, the quantity of inexhaustible natural resources is unlimited. Unlimited and not likely to be exhausted by human activity. Let's see some examples of the inexhaustible natural resources. Examples are air, water, and solar radiations. So the inexhaustible natural resources are those natural resources, their quantity is unlimited and not likely to be exhausted by human activity. And the best examples of inexhaustible natural resources are air, water, and solar radiations. Now, moving on to the exhaustible natural resources, as the name suggests, the quantity of these type of natural resources. Let's see the quantity. So here in inexhaustible the quantity was unlimited, but here the quantity of exhaustible natural resources is limited, and these are likely to be exhausted by human activities. Now see these exhaustible natural resources are again categorized into two sections. They are again divided into two sections. Non-renewable are those inexhaustible natural resources which cannot be replenished by themselves again. So these exhaustible resources are again further divided into two categories. Non So what are these non-renewable? Non-renewable resources are those that cannot be replenished themselves, which cannot be replenished by themselves, and we cannot recycle them, can't be recycled and replaced. These may be exhausted. These may be exhausted. These may be exhausted, and the best examples of non-renewable, exhaustible natural resources are minerals and fossil fuels. So if these fossil fuels get exhausted, we are not able to recycle them again, because these take a lot of millions of years to form again. So there is a need of management of these non-renewable type of natural resources. Now moving on to the renewable. As the name suggests, these renewable sources can be replenished themselves by quick recycling and replacement within a reasonable time. And these are not likely to be exhausted. Not likely to be exhausted. And the examples of renewable natural resources are soil, forests, and wildlife. We can easily replenish them. Okay, now these were the types of natural resources. Now based on the origin, this was based on the availability, and now moving to the types based on the origin of natural resources. So on the basis of origin of on the basis of origin, the natural resources are of two types: biotic, biotic and abiotic. Biotic and abiotic. Biotic is also known as the organic type of natural resource. Organic. This is the organic type of natural resources, and the abiotic are the inorganic. So the biotic type of organic resources, biotic and organic, are obtained from the biosphere. These are obtained from the biosphere. Examples, we could see the examples of the biotic or organic type of natural resources. Forest and forest products. Forest and forest products, crops, birds, animals, fish, and other marine forms. These forest and forest products are the renewable. As I already told you, these are the renewable sources. And this coal and mineral oil are non-renewable. Now moving on to the abiotic. These are the resources that are composed of non-living inorganic matter. Composed of non-living inorganic matter. Non-living inorganic matter. Example: land, water, minerals. Minerals, as you all know, minerals can be iron, copper, lead, gold. These are the inorganic type of abiotic resources. Now we have completed this classification of natural resources on the basis of availability and on the basis of origin. Now moving to we will study about the atmosphere.